Toit!
Toit.
Hello, my name's Mark.
My name is Joss.
And today we're looking at
Is it on?
something...
Are you on? Are you there? Hello?
And today is a very exciting day for me because as a huge Fender fan, Fender have released the Vinteras.
Yes, you're a huge Fender fan, like one of those Spanish fans, just with the logo of Fender on it. Yeah, so they've released the Vintera range.
Which are replacing...
So essentially, they're replacing the most sort of logical thing that you could think of it in terms of is they're replacing the classic player range.
and the classic series.
Yeah. So the whole thing with the classic player range is you had the 60s Strat, the 50s Strat, like the custom shop design one, the Baja Tele, all those sort of things.
Yeah.
Coming out of the Mexican factory, which these are as well.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if you split the range into two pieces. So you've got like the modified versions, and then you've got the vintage correct side of things like that. So I just jotted some notes down here. So the vintage is new era specific pickups. So for example, like low output pickups and all that sort of stuff. New era specific neck profiles. So if you've got like a U or a V for like the 50s ones, they'll have like a V profile, I can assume. 7.25 radius and vintage fret. So if you have a 70s Strat, it's going to have 7.25 radius on it. Wide array of vintage colors and vintage correct neck tints. So instead of like this, which we've got on the modern sort of modified versions, you haven't got a vintage correct tint. You've just got like a satin finish. It's the same as this one as well. So the modified versions, the new hotter vintage style pickups, which are Tim Shaw designed. Modern C profile necks, so they're all going to have that modern C profile necks if they're the sort of modern versions.
9.5.
Exactly, 9.5 inch radius, so that's where you're getting your really sort of playable fretboards. Special switching, which means the S1 switching. So if you're very familiar with guitars like the Baja series Telecasters and stuff, which had like a 5-way selector switch, so you could get your in and out of phase sounds using the S1 switching. The Strats have that, and I can only assume that the Teles will as well. Once again, a wide array of vintage colors and a vintage correct neck tint. But it's a satin finish on the modified versions. So that's where this range sits in the new Fender catalogue. But there is a large amount of the guitars. There's Jazzmasters, Strats, Teles with Bigsby's, precision basses. There's like a huge amount of guitars. So that's kind of where they sit. They're like an affordable entry level to a year specific guitars. Yeah. So we've got 60s Strat there. Palfero, which is that, it's £829.
Yeah, most of them are Palfero fretboards.
They will be.
Older bodies, standard.
Yeah, classic.
A few ash, but they're on in the 70s, aren't they?
Yeah, because they've got an open pore finish. So they're not colours, they're like natural finishes. So if it's a natural finish 70s Strat, you'll see that it's ash.
Because I mean, Fender are releasing they release so many guitars.
They
Probably the biggest brand to release the most amount. And I was getting really confused because they released the Players series about a year or two ago, which replaced the Mexican standards. But now the Vintera, which stands for Vintage Era,
I guess so,
is now replacing the classic players in the Classic series.
Yes.
So, I mean, I got confused earlier on.
Because the Classic series was nothing special. It was just vintage, specific year Strats and Teles.
But the Classic players were like custom
special.
spec.
Yeah, exactly. So they had custom shop design pickups, custom shop design trem, and then, well, the 3-color Sunburst one had custom shop pickups in it. And then the 50s Strat with the V profile neck and the like yellow orange tint lacquer didn't have custom shop pickups in it. So there was a bunch of there's loads and loads of really small sort of aspects that they've changed about the guitar.
But it's only now on the Vinteras where they've brought in the modified stuff.
Yeah, so
sorry, not modern.
Although the classic player 60 Strat had a 9.5 and a C as well.
Because it was custom.
Because it was like custom shop designed. So if you think about like, for example, unless specified, all of these custom shop Strats have got 9.5 because they're all built to look and sound old but play like a modern guitar. So that's
as you said, these have got Tim Shaws in, right? Most of these.
Yeah, because these are the two that we have here, apart from that one, are the modified versions.
So yeah, this is modified. This is modified.
Yes.
The Tele's not in shop, but we'll get it up.
Yeah.
And that's tradition.
That's like your standard vintage.
So that would have been your classic series.
Yes.
But these would have been
vintage modified, basically. But there was no vintage modified Jazzmaster in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know what we just said, so...
Words.
But, again, if you're looking for a guitar and you know what you look after, go and look it up, because, you know, we just tried to explain.
Well, yeah, but basically, you can kind of... The amazing thing is that you can get a year-specific Mexican guitar now. So where you would have to get, like, an American Special, not an American Special, American Vintage, is the only year-specific guitars that were American-made guitars. Yeah. So you still have them up on the wall in GAC here in the main room. You can go in there and you can look at, like, a 50s Strat, but it's an American Vintage one. So it's perfectly year-specific. But now you can spend under £1,000 gig bag included and get yourself Tim Shaw designed pickup American Vintage style guitar made out of Mexico.
Yeah.
So that's what's really good about it.
Yeah, and I don't know if people still do have this whole hang-up about American-Mexican thing. Because I mean, as far as I can see, Mexican-made Fenders are kind of on the up in terms of quality.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if I had the opportunity to get one, I'd get an American-made product.
So it's still there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do think Mexican-made, for someone who doesn't have as much money, Mexican-made Fenders seem to be getting better. And isn't there a thing, like, in actual fact, it's just like across the border?
It's exactly the same as like acoustic guitar
companies. The same workers just walk across the border.
Exactly, yeah. They drive like 30, 45 minutes and then finish the guitars in Mexico, yeah.
We shouldn't say that. Cool. So let's look at that one. Have a quick play.
Yeah. So specifications on this guitar: older body, maple neck, Palfaro fretboard, Tim Shaw designed Jazzmaster pickups, three-way select switch, volume, tone for the down circuit. For the up circuit, it's exactly the same: volume, tone. But it sounds a little bit different. So, and I've noticed something as I've been playing it. So here's the bottom circuit, right? So this is the neck pickup on the bottom circuit. Sounds amazing.
What are you playing through?
I'm playing through a Mesa Boogie Mark V. £3,000 amplifier. It should bloody well sound good. So that's the neck pickup, right? This is the bridge pickup. Yeah, so that's your bridge pickup, and it's got that classic jangly Jazzmaster sound on that neck pickup, on that bridge pickup.
Sounds
just
good.
Awesome sound. But what I've noticed is if I back off on the volume, it rolls the tone off.
Oh.
So listen, this is bright, right? Smooths it right off.
A bit of that anyway, don't you, normally?
Yeah, it does do it, but it's quite a considerable amount. Like, if you listen to that, one hit, full volume. 7.
Yeah.
It does change the sound quite a bit.
I wonder if it does it on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we should check out the other circuit first because it sounds different. So this is full bridge, once again, bottom circuit. If I switch it up just to this circuitry here, then it's just the neck pickup. Okay, so it switches automatically to the neck pickup, and I've got a volume and I've got a tone for that. So this is just the neck pickup. Put it down. This is the neck pickup with the down switch with this circuitry. Hear the difference. So this is on full, this is on full. This is the up, so this is full circuitry, neck pickup, top stuff. And then exactly the same, but on this circuitry down here. So Yeah, so there's a disgusting amount of sounds that you can achieve.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been keen on. I mean, just because I probably didn't understand what everything did.
Well, if I had one, I just wouldn't even. I just all here for me.
When I'm on a Fender, it's always just about the neck.
Yeah, so I stay here. I have that.
But then we wouldn't buy Jazzmaster.
We wouldn't buy a Jazzmaster. Although I did see John Mayer with that that really sick red Jazzmaster with a taut guard that he was playing, but is obviously playing a custom shop.
Yeah. He's an odd guy.
He's an odd guy.
I was watching his Snapchat stories the other day. I mean, he's actually really funny.
He is, but I think he just gets really bored on his own.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was really funny.
And he smokes a lot of weed, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon.
He's in CA, California. Isn't he?
Exactly, yeah.
Where it's all legal.
Exactly. Stratu.
So this is modified Strat. I think it looks great. That mint pickguard.
Yeah, so we've got your standard Strat layout, 5-way selector switch, 3 single coils, double ball-ended trem system, so it's like a custom shop design trem. This one has the S switching on it, so the 4th and I don't know what positions on the Strat because I know it's what it is on a telly. Older body, mint guard, maple, unfinished maple, so it's nice and easy to play, and Palfaro fretboard. So once again, here is just the neck pickup.
Did we mention that these are all 60s?
Oh, so yeah, so this is the 60s, this is the 60s, and then the telly will show you.
That's what this video will be.
It will be. It's
60s, and then we'll look at the 50s and the 70s as well. I just didn't think we'd actually said that. So, neck pickup.
Neck pickup, the one.
Thing you did.
I don't know.
That's nice.
It's just randomly.
Cool.
So I don't know if the S1.
Do you want to know what it does?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Actually, an S1 switch to add the neck pickup to positions 1 and 2.
1 and 2. So there was a slight sound from 2, but I'll play chords instead.
But not 4th.
No. Adding the neck position to 1. Single, 2 on its own.
It's subtle.
It's very subtle on that pickup.
Maybe on a different drive or amp it would be. It's very subtle.
Very subtle. On 1, it's obvious. Yeah, on 1, it's very obvious.
So to clarify, 1 and 2 adds the neck.
Yes. C shape, 9.5-inch radius allows me to play, you know, really.
How many frets? 20...
Really easy. 22 frets, or 21. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So vintage correct. So 21 frets. It's going to be completely out of tune.
No! That's nice, because sometimes on the cheaper guitars, not that these are cheaper, but more affordable, you throw in a trem or a whammy bar or a
and it's just not having
out.
it. It's just not having it.
But that's nice. That's refreshing.
Yeah.
Bring up the telly. So this.
Bring out your dead.
So these are modified.
Oh, God,
this is. So this would have been Classic Series.
But they've added a Bigsby.
But they've added a Bigsby.
Yeah, telly, vintage correct. So it hasn't got the high output pickups, it's got vintage correct pickups. Yep. It's got 3-way select switch, volume, tone, no push pull, no fanciness. It's got a Bigsby. That was like an answer in a cough because it was in time with everything. That's my Bigsby. Palfaro, one of the best.
Bigsby.
That's my Bigsby. Oh, my Bigsby. Oh, my Bigsby doll.
That's a great Palfaro.
It's a it's like, yeah, it's streaked
it's like
gorgeously.
Someone's just washed it on.
There you go. Wash it on. And it doesn't have a matte finish. It's sticky lacquer on the back of the neck.
Sticky lacquer.
Sticky lacquer.
Older?
Yes, older, maple, Pal Faro, 21 frets, volume tone, low output pickups, vintage correct. This is what I don't agree with.
But it's vintage correct.
But it's vintage correct. Don't put those on there. Put those on there.
Yeah, because you're going to maybe have some tuning issues.
Exactly, maybe. But
what is the neck then? Is it 7.5?
Yeah, it'd be 7.5 inch radius. It's way more curved. You can clearly see it is actually. But yeah, it's way more curved. But as you know,
cool.
As everybody said when John Mayer bought out his 7.25, you can't play lead on it. It's useless. So here we go.
Beast.
Sounds like a telly.
You give me some like fiddly country
fiddly
twang.
stuff.
And some like fiddlies. So I mean, it's
That's what happens when you mess around with the Bigsby too much.
So it's a traditional, it's a vintage traditional spec.
Yeah,
thing.
don't.
So it's a vintage correct traditional affordable Mexican telly.
Yes.
With a Bigsby.
Don't do what I did with the Bigsby. You're not supposed to use it like that.
No, because it will go out of tune.
It's literally for like. Yeah, that's what Bigsby's for.
What's the difference between a Bigsby and a trem?
Well, it is a trem, but the Bigsby is based on springs. It's a massive piece of metal as well.
I know the physical difference. So I was like, why would you choose one over the other?
I guess vintage, correct? Like if you look at, but the thing is, right? This is where
you're looking at all the big,
all the Gretches, yeah. This is when you get to like vintage correct or monetary situations, right? Official patent, real Bigsbys.
Oh yeah.
The quality of the actual part plays a massive game in it. Those things do not go out of tune easy.
Yeah.
But the more affordable units do if you mess around with them too much.
Yeah.
But that's part and parcel. I'm pretty sure that everybody knows that what I did with the Bigsby is not the way to use it anyway. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows that you have to pay respects to the Bigsby. That if you're going to mess around with it, it needs to be in a really subtle way. Yeah. It's just for a bit of ambiance, a little bit of...
And it's always hard to demo because these instruments are brand new, fresh out the box.
Oh, the strings are brand new and everything,
they love not to stay in tune. Exactly. Anyway, so if you're going to mess around with a new guitar, with that, you've got no hope of that staying in tune.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, I feel like I've got some little ladies next to me here.
Some little ladies.
My God. The females. Are guitars female?
Yes, they are in French and Spanish.
Do you know what I learned is that a man's
appendage
is female.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. That kind of makes sense then.
I know.
I don't know why that makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
I don't know. But yeah, so they are feminine. So in Spanish and French, they are of feminine wiles.
So what's guitar?
What in Spanish?
Yeah.
La guitarra.
Sorry.
La guitarra.
I can't do that. I can't do that thing. What's guitar in French?
La guitar.
La guitar. So it's la.
La guitar. Legator.
Lagatha.
Legator.
Vikings.
Yeah. Oh, from.
Lagatha?
She is a character, right? From. From Vikings.
Lagatha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mate.
Question is, let's not have that question.
No.
Cool.
Let's blood eagle each other.
So these are the 60s. Let's what each other?
Blood eagle.
Oh, mate. I know what that means.
Oh, mate.
Vikings.
Great TV show.
Great. Almost better than Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so it is better.
Okay. 60s. We're going to look at the 50s and the 70s. Cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of jam out.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to play this one. I've put it severely out of tune.
Okay.